I think this is going to be the thing that upsets the people, and I'm all right with that. I want to speak about deliverance. As a person who has been in church for as far back as I can remember, my mom and dad say that we didn't start going to church when I was born, but as far back as I can remember, I've always been in church, like always. And I still actually thoroughly enjoy going to church. As I begin to learn God for myself and build my own personal relationship with God and navigate both my faith and my queer identity and how they work together, one of the biggest things that I've really had to pray about and seek guidance about is deliverance. And this is what I've come to. This is what I strongly believe. This is what I'm confident in. Do I believe in deliverance? Yes. Do I believe in deliverance from all things? Yes. I believe that you can be delivered from homosexuality. I believe you can be delivered from any of the LGBTQIA plus space, just like you can be delivered from drugs and alcohol addiction, procrastination, depression. Like there's so many things you can be delivered from, right? I believe you can. But speaking directly to the LGBTQIA plus space, I believe that deliverance can happen for who it's for. But I also believe there are people in this world right now that are claiming to be delivered because they have been bullied into deliverance. And that is not really their assignment. Am I doing too much? Am I talking good? Like, am I about to really do this? Ah! I believe that God will take you through certain processes so that you can understand it and know how to love those in that space. You may even be assigned to become an ally for that space. Something about you being in that space will build character, will build strength, will build understanding. The people who are required, how do I say this, Jesus? There are going to be people who are gay men, lesbian women, trans identifying, who will be delivered from being gay, from being a lesbian. People will detransition. And I think that those people are the people who are supposed to be able to look back and say, there's nothing wrong with that space. Those people are the ones that will go through it and look back and say, okay, us straight people need to love more, need to show kindness, need to support, need to be allies. Like, those are the people I feel like are supposed to go into faith-based spaces and correct the toxicity that's being taught. Does that make any sense? This is probably going to be so confusing to so many people, so I hope that I'm saying it right. But I just believe who it's for. I don't believe that everybody, God ain't came over here. And me and God talk daily. Of course, going to church and people shoving homophobia and gay hate down my throat and you're going to hell for being gay and, you know, like the stuff you see at the pride parades and all that. I've been the person to cry out to God and say, God, heal me or help me or deliver me. I've been terrified of being gay. I've been the person to say I don't want to be gay. I've been the person to say if I'm gonna go to hell for being gay, take it away. Like, I've done all of the emotional, to be depressed, to be suicidal, to lose sleep, to cry, to be angry, to not understand. Like, I've been through all of that. You know what I'm saying? Me and God have already had a conversation and we're good here. However, for those who are supposed to go through the journey and then be delivered from it, I feel like it's because they are assigned a mission. I feel like we're all here for a reason. We're all here on assignment. We're all here, whether it be to love, to teach, to show, to build, to lead, to support. Like, we're all here for something. Something we're here for. And I feel like those people who do go through deliverance, I think a part of their assignment is to be able to see it, be in it, and then help. And I think that the people who get delivered spend so much time proving that they're delivered that they don't spend any time helping, loving, leading, changing, being the change makers. They spend so much time trying to prove to people that they're delivered, when in reality, some of them really aren't delivered. They've been bullied into their deliverance. And that's not, you are delivered because of the hate you received from your pastor or from your ministry or from people. Like, you're delivered because people said you're supposed to be, not because God said it. And because people were so loud, people's judgment, people's ideas, people's opinions, the voice of people have oftentimes outweighed the voice of God. And so you thought that it was God speaking through said leadership. And so you were just being obedient, when in reality, God didn't tell you that. You were bullied into that. And now you're over here and you're still not happy. When in reality, you and I both know that God wants nothing more than for us to be happy. Am I speaking all right? Is what I'm saying making sense? I don't think we ever have that conversation, that there are so many people that are bullied into being straight because people who are in leadership positions have spewed toxicity and hate and scared people. I can't really get into the conversation about leadership and those things. We'll talk about that later, but I do want people to be happy, and I do want those who've been in the position to step up and stop worrying about what other people say about you and think about you. If you are supposed to be delivered, if it was your assignment to be delivered, it's time to stop worrying about what people think and start becoming the change maker. Start becoming the ally. Start becoming the leader. Start creating a space for us queer people to exist in a faith-based space safely without judgment. I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna stop right there, but I do want to hold your hand and say, baby, for who it's for, you're gay. And you're struggling so hard in your straight space because you were bullied into that space. Some people are supposed to be straight. You're not. And that's okay. That's between you and God, though. But if you come back over here, get over here and sit down and live your best life and love God, still continue to trust God, still continue to serve God, and be okay with who you are, because who you are is absolutely amazing and you were created exactly by God to be who you are. Huh? I said too much. I have to go. I said too much.